Yo, what's good, YouTube? We're back. Back with another video. I don't know if you can tell, but I literally just woke up and I'm feeling a little stuffy, so might need to hit some medicine or some tea or something. But yeah, just got back from Boston. I think a day or two ago. Got some rest in, and wanted to do another listening for you guys. So today we're gonna be talking about all of our matches. I'm not gonna go over all the qualifier matches just because probably should have did that before I left, but realistically it was kind of impossible because we literally finished our last match with the phase, and then the next day I had to like pack. So I definitely probably could have fitted it, like got it done, but we didn't do it. So today we're gonna go over our last two qualifier matches and then go over the matches that happened on land. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video once again. I don't know why I'm moving so much, but I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe if you do enjoy this content, and then let me know in the comments what other content you want to see. Jesus, we're gonna be doing some more ranked content soon, so that's definitely on the bucket list right now. But yeah, let's get right into it. To get started, our first match on the weekend, well, the qualifier weekends, we got thrilled by Miami Heretics, obviously. Obviously, not a good showing out of us. Honestly, if there was one match that probably heated me the most or got me mad the most, it was probably this one, because we definitely did not play like ourselves at all. I mean, we got absolutely smoked. Not ideal, but I think overall, I think this match led to discussions as a team, I guess, that we definitely needed. So there were some good talks after this match, and I said this in my last video, but when you're a top 3, top 4 team, I guess we're top 3 now, as everybody says it. Like I said before, you cannot, I'm not gonna say you cannot lose to the team under you. You're not supposed to, obviously, but you're not supposed to get slammed by them. So like this to us was just like, just not us, and it also too was just not like, it's not something you can accept as a team. So for us, we had a hard discussion after this match, and obviously it didn't show in our next match as we wanted it to. But I will say that our next match that we played was definitely, in terms of like feel and like in the match, as a unit, like I feel like our cohesion as a team was just like a little better. We just played a better team. But yeah, let's go to that match. Next match we played Atlanta FaZe, obviously. They 3-0'd us once again. We did not win a map this weekend, but I mean, as you can tell, just the scoreline's a little different. I feel like first map we definitely could have easily won. I made a bad call, one of the rotations, and it led to us losing. So that one was definitely on me. Afterwards, we talked about it. Once again, a few gunfights go our way, and I feel like that map goes differently. I feel like the high res is such a map that like you cannot allow yourself to get blended on defense, and that's one of the biggest things because it's pretty easy to blend the defense team and cap both points at the same time, and you just get 1-4 dead because the points are so close together that like a team like Atlanta FaZe or FaZe, I don't know, I keep saying Atlanta FaZe, but just FaZe in general is like really good at on this map is just spawn trapping the team whenever they get kills or you know, not allowing you out the base. So for us, I mean, I feel like, as I'm gonna like preface like talk about like later, for us right now, I feel like we just need a bounce back game mode, and the bounce back game mode being S&D. I feel like people talk about like the swing mode being control, which it is, to swing the series back in your favor and like the momentum back in your favor because of the fact that if you're down 2, you obviously can win the map and like get some momentum going in the series. But the biggest thing for me, especially playing against like the better teams, is that you have to win one of the first two maps. You're not gonna always like consistently just outslay or outbeat, like just smoke a team and respawns that's on the same level or better than you, obviously. But as you play the top 3 teams, like I think as the year goes on, these hardpoint maps get closer and closer. So if you ever lose a close hardpoint map, you need to be able to regain in like the S&D map, and I think that's one thing right now we do not have, because right now like all of our matches are either we're playing against like the top 3 teams, or we're playing against FaZe, I guess, because we didn't play against Ultra. It's going to the wire in these first maps, and then if we win it, we're 1-1 because we lose S&D versus them. But if we lose the first map, then we're down 0-2, and it's a hard regain when you're playing against, like I said, once again, sorry to keep saying it, but a really good team or a top 3 team. So for us, I mean, that's like the biggest thing, and I guess we can just go into like our major matches. After our abysmal qualifier weekend, we rematch versus Miami. And I think for us, it was the perfect opponent for us, because obviously you always want to get your revenge after you lose to a team, and especially in a match where you feel like you shouldn't lose, or like you feel like you're the better team. You just realistically didn't get to show it. you always want the revenge, and especially there's no better place than to have that revenge on land. So playing against them, we were super confident. And one thing I will say is that, like, even though we didn't win a map, and this might not sound good to some of the fans, but to me it's a good thing because it's a morale thing for me. But after we lost our maps on the weekend, or didn't win a map on the weekend, our team as talks were like so like good. And obviously I'm not gonna say what was said in the talks, but I feel like as a team, like right now we're in a really good spot of like allowing each other criticize each other in ways that comes off like aggressive, I would say, but nobody takes it that way. And I feel like right now everybody's really good at like admitting to like things they do wrong and just critiquing each other and also taking criticism. So that's one thing I will say. So like going into this event, we kind of just like once again had another talk of like how we feeling, like what's the morale like, what's our confidence like all that stuff, and like what do we feel like as players or as teammates, what do we need to be better. So yeah, had those talks, went into this series with definitely a good game plan, and I think it showed. Map 1 was kind of close, and I think that was realistically the only close map. And once again, like I said, if we can win these second maps, I feel like we'll win more maps, more series 3-0. And if we don't win them 3-0, we're gonna guarantee a win in the fourth map, because we're such a good hardpoint team. That's just how I realistically see it. Is like if we win the first map and can go up 2-0, fantastic. If we win the first map but we don't win the second map, then we won the series 3-1. That's just how I see it, because I think historically my team's always been good at hardpoint. So, but we don't have that bounce back game 2, or we don't have that momentum like booster game 2. You know what I mean? So that for me is like the biggest thing. But once again, won this series 3-0. Definitely a confidence booster for the whole team in general, just because of the fact that like we just lost to them, and we knew we were the better team, but this for us just kind of like proved the point to us as a team, and I feel like to the community, that we were the better team. And yeah, just GG to them. So the first day, we're all 3-0s. I think the most surprising one to anybody or everyone is the Minnesota versus New York one, just because of the fact that going into this weekend or this event, everybody considered New York a top 4 team, and I think realistically, talent-wise, they still are. They just have some things to like work out and iron out. But once again, as a top 4 team, you just cannot lose or get smoked in general by a team that you think you're better than. And I think this weekend, Minnesota definitely played above their standard. I feel like a lot of people doubted them, and considered them probably like a bottom team, but I guess a middle pack team. But I think this weekend, I mean, they placed top 4, and I think Lamar had a good event from watching, and I think they definitely have something to build on. But as a New York fan, if you're a New York fan, I feel like their issue right now is like, let me not. We're not going to that, because I'm not trying to like, you know what I mean, help. But I mean, I think New York, there's no reason to overreact with that team. They're all super talented. They're world champs for a reason. So I feel like the bounce back will be easy for them. And there's a new meta coming with the new hills and everything. So I feel like they have a lot to build on, and they have a lot to work with going into this next stage. So good luck to them. We'll play the Minnesota in this match. Shout out to Reese Vivid. I feel like he played really well this weekend, or this stage. I think that's needed for this team to be good, because I think Lens is pretty good, and Lamar, you know what to expect from Lamar. Next day, Friday of the Boston event, Carolina comes out and beats New York. Now, is it surprising to everybody? Yes. Now, if you were to rewatch this weekend and watch Carolina other matches, and also watch New York's first match, is it surprising then? No, because of the fact that Carolina looks like a completely different team with Teej and Fella. Shout out to boy T-Phil. Shout out to boy Teej. I feel like they played really well this weekend, and I feel like it made Carolina look like a formidable opponent or team just going forward, because I feel like they're beating teams in hardpoint, pretty dominantly. Look at this. I mean, 250, 128. And they just look a completely different team. I feel like before they were seen as like a free dub, respectfully. And now they are definitely not. I can tell you that for a fact. It all depends on how they come back and progress their gameplay, I guess. Because they pick up 2 new players and they look like they have a completely different look. It's gonna be that type of thing where like every other team is looking to get better, obviously. Are they gonna keep getting better? So I feel like when you have Clay on your team, a vet, that's always the idea. So I feel like the execution is probably the biggest thing for them going forward. But yeah, well played to Carolina. I mean, I feel like to me, just looking at this scoreboard right here, the most surprising thing to me is like this 250-128 because like once again they pick up 2 new players and they're playing a. I guess at this point nobody was seeing them as a top 4 team, but they're playing a good team, the world champs, New York, and they dominate them. Any more surprising ones? This was a banger. I won't lie. Boston versus Seattle was definitely a banger. I personally thought Boston was gonna get the host major cheese and not lose this match, but I really have nothing else to say to that. I just feel like this was a banger match. Overall, I feel like Boston's a weird team. Just like looking at this matchup, they're a weird team, respectfully. Shout out to that boy Slash. That boy Slash was absolutely frying in this match. I hate to watch him lose when he's frying like that because he definitely has a super noticeable like takeover. You know what I mean? Like I feel like he's definitely underrated when it comes to that. Like when also in the takeover mode, I feel like it goes under the radar. Like nobody really speaks about it, but watching the series, I feel like it's super noticeable. Like that guy was absolutely frying. Shout out to him. Unlucky that they lose the series, but I think once again they just have kind of like the same issues as us. Maybe they're just not winning their S&Ds, and respectfully, they're playing against a really good S&D team, so it probably was hard this series. But overall, well played to both teams. Sucks that Boston went out last at their major, and it is what it is. I've been doing a lot of talking, so we're gonna watch a clip in this one because looking at this just reminded me of like a clip I wanted to show and give some flowers to, because in the moment when I was watching this backstage, I was like, it's over. But then I'm gonna have to give Illy his flowers. He absolutely took over map 4. I know there's been some weird comments. Let's not do the weird comment stuff, Linder. But you cannot deny the fact that this was not a godlike play. So let me go find it real quick. Where was it? Pull this up. It was right here. So I can kind of speak on this because I feel like the hills are new now. So I'll kind of just speak on like how teams like to play this hill and like what's really going on. But yeah. So here, Carolina wins on new. So this is like one of the worst like feelings in this map, is that when a team wins on new P4 and they're winning and they won the P3 and they win on P4, because it's the fact that like you're spawning on the good side, but you need to at least get to 190 or 191 to like win on the P5. And if you're not gonna do that, you obviously gotta make sure that the team doesn't win on the P4. So then it's also just like make sure you hold these spawns, but also put pressure on this P4 to make sure they don't win. You know, that type of thing. Anyways, you want to hold the P5 spawns, and you want to make sure the teams don't win on there. So here, realistically, Carolina's in the best possible situation you can be to win this map. They're pushed out front broken, and they have already a kill on Rotel, and they're already in the new hill. So at this moment right here, if you told me that Carolina loses, I'd actually I'm sorry. Let me not cuss. I'd actually bet my life savings that they don't lose, probably. But yeah, here, going to push out broken, and I just want to like I said, once again, give my flowers to Ender. I'll find it right here. Boom, 2 kills from Seattle. Absolute scam out of Carolina, in my opinion, that you just instantly die with no trade on this roto here, because it's literally like I said before, the best possible position you can be in. I think right here, Gwen kind of throws his life away when he's in probably the best spot. I feel like at this point in the map, you just make them look for you. You don't look for kills. You make them look for you, because you're pushed out front. I think at this point, you just like play inside the broken or play just broken in general and look for your push. But anyways, Seattle gets 2 kills right here. Absolute scammage out of Carolina. And at this moment, I'm thinking, oh, wow, Seattle actually broke this, right? And Tease. Tease gets one. I think he gets this guy pretty weak. Does die. Oh, he kills that guy. Actually. He does end up dying here. So right here at this moment, I'm like, oh, that's guaranteed. Wow, Tease just bailed him out, made a play. It's over. So at this point, Ender's pushing up, and you see 3 white arrows coming to the hill. Ender's in basically a 1v4 at this point. Right here. This right here, unacceptable, in my opinion. I think right here, T-Fel cannot be looking for spawners. I think that's the most, like, it's like an unintentional one, but he's unintentionally kill horn because at this point they have 3 dead. They need to just kill 1 guy. So if you just throw your body, even if you throw your body and 2 shoot you in the back, if you get damage on Illy, you win the map. You just win the map. All you have to do is get damage on Illy or kill him. And it's so hard to say because it's kind of hindsight because of the fact that you can just say, oh, they're in a 2v1 on the hill, they just win. But I would agree it's a 2v1 on the hill, they just win type of scenario if it wasn't a game-winning one where the game is just over. You know what I mean? So like, if Ender runs in or bust, like Ender of the hill doesn't climb up and goes and kills Fellow first, this still can play out the same way. That's how I see it. So like, if Fellow just makes a play and try to kill Ender, I think you can do no wrong. I just feel like looking for spawners here is kind of a little bit kill hungry. That's all. But at this moment, sorry to keep pausing it, but here, this is where Ender makes a play.
This is huge for Millie. He's just got to keep them off of it. This comes down to the 24 seconds.
Right there. Now, does that look insane? To me, yes. Maybe to you guys, no. That just looked kind of simple 3-piece. But like in a moment like this where the game is literally over if you die, it is insane to me that he pops a 3-piece here. And once again, I feel like the issue with this with Carolina is that like if you watch just how this play out. Gwen and Claire hitting the hill. They know Ender's here. And they're obviously trying to look for him. T-Fellow goes and looks for the spawners to cut them off at the hill. But also Clay is looking for Ender to come chow the back alley or looking for a spawner to cross. And I feel like right here, it's just like, yo, pull out your pistol and run at Ender. Run at the hill. And like, to me, this is how I see it. And this is how like I caught it. It's like, to me right here, if Gwen and Clay run to try to go get to the hill, if Ender was to play low down here, that does not matter. Because once you get in the hill, then Ender's play is like, I got to go to the hill. You know what I mean? I need to go to the hill. Now, if he doesn't come to the hill, y'all just win. Or like, Clay's looking for him to chow, but then he chows going 1v1. At this point, they gave him 2 1v1s. 3-piece. That ultimately won in the map. Let me show you guys.
Spawns over to Seattle, but on the hill, it's the rookie. It's Gwyn. Almost finds this.
See these gunfights? That Ender winner.
This is the push. Ravens trying so desperately to break in, not able to do it. TJ and Clay going to drop. 5 seconds to go. Have Surge been able to do this? They're finding all the kills, and they stun them here in map.
Yeah. So that's simple. I think it's self-explanatory now. The fact that like, I had to give Ender his flowers on that one. So next match for us, we end up playing Atlanta FaZe. We lose 3-2. I think everybody was kind of surprised to see Subbase in for the first map. Obviously, we auto vetoed the whole qualifier stage. But this felt to me, well, this was kind of one of those things where like LAN kind of just like flips a map for you. Like we came to LAN and we were just like godlike at this map. Like we were literally like 100-point clubbing teams on this map. Honestly, our scrims were absolutely amazing for the event. We were 100-point clubbing a lot of teams in a respawn, but I think in general our sub base just looked completely different. Like we were everywhere, we were slamming. So for us, it was a confidence pick. Like we did veto Karachi, I think most of our series this event, but that was not because we did not want to play Karachi. And I know that kind of sounds faded. It's just like looking at our map pool. We were confident to play any hard point, in my opinion. A lot of teams just like Karachi, and like it's kind of one of those things in like Vanguard for like my LAT team. Like it's not the same thing because well, it kind of is the same thing because in Vanguard, our LAT team, we would play any team that wasn't like, if we would play a team that wasn't good at that we thought wasn't good, we would play them on bow cage. But every top 4, top 3 team wanted to play bow cage, so why ever play those teams on bow cage if that's the map they want in? Now, if we play any bottom 4 team, we would play them on bow cage. But I think it's kind of different in this sense because we were actually really good at sub base. So for us, we were down to play any hard point. And I'm gonna speak about it later because I think it was something I brought up last time about terminal. And I'm kind of bringing it up because it didn't screw us because we played it terribly, but it wasn't ever scared to play Karachi. We were only not going to play versus teams that wanted to play Karachi, if that makes sense. Like, I know there are certain teams that didn't want to play sub base, there's certain teams that didn't want to play terminal hardpoint. Like, why not force them to play those maps when we're good at all the other ones? That's just how I seen it. That's just how we seen it. That's pretty much that. But yeah, we win first map dominantly. I think I had a pretty good map first map 1. I don't have the stats here, but once again, we go up 4-2 in the SD, and to me, I mean, it's not an excuse, but it is like a pretty big thing to me. It's like there's momentum. You know what I mean? I was just speaking about momentum, and the game ends, and it looks like all of our momentum is gone. We were up 4-2, but we're playing to like kill their momentum at that point because they won 4 straight, and so like. We definitely should have won this. This is something that we definitely look back and we're just like, how did we not win this? But once again, like I said before, it's like a really good team, a top 3 team. When they're good at S&E, well, I say they have a bounce back map. So they bounce back, beat us in the S&E. Now the momentum in like the whole series in general is even. It's back even. It's like it started out 0-0. Now we're back in the best of 3. You know what I mean? Now we're back in the best of 3 with the last 3 maps. High-rise control, I mean, like I said before, I spoke of them before. They're probably just the best high-rise control team. And scrims were really good at this map. They just played it to a different level, in my opinion. I could not get a kill this map. They played it well. Well played to them. We go into hardpoint evasion. We end up winning this one. This is the map where I made the big play at the end. We definitely got to go watch that. But yeah, I want to kind of go over. I feel like I've never done this before. I'm gonna go over like my mind, like what I'm thinking in this moment, I guess. Why can I not put it in full screen? Oh, there we go. Okay, so here I spawned close because of the fact that this spawn. I don't know why I spawned close. Well, I guess they're spawning on this side of the map, so I spawned close. Here. In this moment, AG was calming that somebody was coming back mannequin, or back laundry is what we call it. So I obviously go to look for this guy, kill this guy, and kill this guy. Right here, I think Zach makes a good play by sending the corner DVDs and kind of catches AG out spawn because I think what Zach is trying to do here is trying to like, if somebody spawns treehouse next to him, he's playing like they're going to run in front of him so there's a free kill. But he's also playing to make sure that like we can't go from mannequin or flood the hill from like this side of the map. So to me, it's a really good play. Call AG off guard and ends up getting wall bang or something right here. So like, at this moment, I'm thinking, I know where 2 people are. Guaranteed. I have radar on. I know exactly where 2 people are, and it's Drive to sell. So right now, AG's calling out, yo, Jaws' DVDs, you gonna go beat on or something like that. And Ant's calling out sell mid tank. So to me, I know 2 people are coming to the mid door instantly. Now, right at this moment, I'm like, I have to chalk up something. I know Brandon's behind me, so he kind of has my front door. He doesn't. The only thing that's really open is the back door. But realistically, how I'm thinking in this moment is that one guy's off old, and well, actually, it was sell off old. But yeah, I'm thinking that one of the guys off old. In this moment, I was actually thinking, I didn't think that Cell was the guy off old. I thought it was another person. I can say that for a fact. But like at this moment, I'm thinking like, I'm just trying to iron this. I can at least get a kill or 2 and slow and like stagger their hold so that like if I get a kill or 2, we have like a chance to break instead of like going a clean 4 dead. I'm thinking like, let me just hold an iron here. He hits my back door. He hits my back door. Brandon just hold my front door. So like in this one, like I said, I know Cell and draws are coming. So in my opinion. Well, not in my opinion, but in my thought process here is that Draw's gonna be the first person to fight me because he got the first kill. He has the first kill. Hill Sale is like deep, so I thought Draw's gonna be the first person to kill me. And I seen like a few comments like I thought he was gonna lose this when he gave up his iron. I'll tell you why I gave him my preem here. It's because I'm waiting and I see Draw shoot at this moment right here. So in this moment I'm like, wow, they're taking their time. They're about to bait and switch me. Once I kill Cell here, I'm like, I'm about to get shot in the back because I can tell from Brandon's comms that he's probably about to die. That's what it sounded like. He's about to die. So I need to get in a spot where, like, I can play a 1v1 on Draza but not get shot in the back. And that's why I get up and move. And, like, I'm keeping my centering at the door so that I can still take the gunfight if I need to. But if he like, let's say he hides behind the wall. If I can get into this corner behind this desk, I can still play a 1v1 with draws only, and Abizi and Sim can't shoot me in the back. That was like the whole idea of why I got him and moved and didn't lay in the same spot. Because realistically, if I lay down right here and play the 1v1 with draws, I'd probably kill him and get instantly traded. So right here, this is why I get up, but I keep my centering at the door so that if he takes the gunfight, I still have a chance. That's like the whole thought process on why I give my iron and like why I'm like moving to the left. So when I kill this guy, now I'm in momentum and I can get in a corner to like either live if my teammates are close enough or take a gunfight. So like here, obviously they're in the hill, Brandon's dead. I'm like, I have a chance, like right here. So they can't see me, as you can tell. That's why I took the gunfight the way I took it on draws, is to make sure that like I don't get shot in the back. And if he wants to slow play it, I have a chance to like buy time. And then here like was kind of just like a takeover moment. Like I don't know if Abizi was weak or not, but I'm assuming he was. But I win these two, and then I hit a little pop-up on Abizi right here. Bam. And at this moment, it was kind of just like we knew we won, but like I just kind of got like a crazy spawn kill right here. But yeah, like I said, I don't think people like understand that part of it. Like I wasn't trying to scam here. That's why I got up. I got up at Booth because of the fact that like I knew if we were to win this scenario, one of us had to pop a piece, and instantly getting traded is probably not ideal. So like that's why I took this gunfight like this. And granted, like maybe like more times than not I lose it, but we're in a losing scenario regardless. So I'll just play the whole situation through. Just from the start again. Phase with a couple of key eliminations. Here comes Cellium from the front. Kenny! Oh! It's all dead! Atlanta cannot get back into the hard point! You want him at 5? You got it! Okay. Going back to the series. We go High Rise S&D, last map. And I think this map kind of just showed, like, I feel like this weekend was like, I just feel like I just had a different approach to the S&Ds, and we just had a different approach as a team because this whole weekend I just wasn't comfortable in S&D, and it wasn't just my team, it was just like my play. Like I realistically don't know what I was doing, and I feel like that comes down to like better preparation from myself and just as a team, because a lot of our strats were just getting changed during the whole event, and I think it was just like our comms. One thing we need to work on going forward is like our comms and S&D, because our comms and respawn are really good, and that comes off the basis of me and like calling out a game plan. I just feel like right now our game plans in S&D can be like kind of like flip-floppy. So like a lot of times I don't really know them, so I don't really know what to call or comm, you know what I mean? Like a lot of times just calling out people in S&D. So I feel like going forward is like a big thing for me to work on, is like let me get a game plan down for the team in S&D, or just know the game plan down in S&D, so that the fact that I can comment and calm what to do in these scenarios. Because a lot of the times I feel like most of the time I'm actually a pretty good S&D player for the most part, or like a decent one. I'm not like the best one, but I'm decent in reading moments and like what to do in maps. It's just like this weekend I don't know, a lot of the times I just felt confused and like felt like I didn't really know what to do. And that's, like I said, once again off just me not knowing what our game plan is, or what we would realistically want to do, and what my role is in like our strat, you know. So I would definitely say that like my biggest takeaway from the weekend is like, yo, you got to get better at S&D. Like you played really well in respawns, the team is playing really well in respawns, but like I said before, we need to have that bounce back game mode, and we need that momentum booster game too. So like obviously me playing better in S&D is going to help us a lot. It may not like completely change around our S&D, but I think we just need to prepare better in S&D, and I need to get better in S&D. Simple as that. Lose the phase here, and then we end up playing Seattle, and we end up beating Seattle. People were confused on why we had Terminal in, because Terminal S&D I can understand, but we did not want to play Skid Row, so we were kind of forced had to play that. Terminal Hardpoint. Now the only reason it's in, not the only reason, but we feel like we were the best Hardpoint Terminal team. And people thought, like, why would you give Seattle the chance in hardpoint? But realistically, we were probably the 2 best hardpoint teams on terminal, and they gave us the better side. So realistically, how we looked at it is like, we're the better team, we're on the better side, we're gonna win the map. So look at it how you want. That's just as real as it goes. Like, we didn't see a world where we ever lose this. We never even thought about them being that good at the map. We just knew that, like, we were on the better side and we were the better team. It's as simple as that. Nothing really else to talk about in this series. I feel like we played it well, but like, once again, we just keep losing that game too. Next match is Minnesota Rocker. We also used the Surge series to put in an invasion control. Because we obviously didn't want to play high rise. We just didn't like how high rise was playing out. Not just us as a team, but just as how the map is played. We just wanted to like be more straight up and like take more or play a map that I guess took a little bit more thought process, I guess. So yeah, we play Minnesota. We smoked them map 1. We actually win an SD this time, but then we lose the control. Now this control was just straight scam. We should never lose control. We would never lose this again if we played it 10. If we played it 10 more times, we probably win it 8 times. Lamar made a great play. Minnesota made a great play, but like realistically, you never let that happen. And then we played Skid Row, bet I didn't good side, and we ended up winning that map as well. So this series, biggest takeaway is like we just can't scam. Like that's just one thing we can't do, especially versus like teams we feel like we're better than. I feel like that's one thing like I always lead the series with when we're playing a team that we are super confident with is like, let's not stoop down to their level. We know we're the better team. Like, let's play discipline. Let's not scam. And like that's just one thing I love to say. And like I said, Minnesota's not like trash. It's just the fact that we are confident enough to know that we're the better team. That's just how it is. So for me, it's like let's not play it down to their level. If we feel like we're the better team, we're gonna outplay them regardless. Let's just not scam and be disciplined. And I think map 3 was kind of like one of those things where we just weren't. And I don't know if it was like off the excitement of like we're about to just win this match 3-0. So we try to like put it away too fast and kind of rush things. But definitely one thing that we cannot allow to happen. But yeah, GG to them. We go on to losers finals versus FaZe. So yeah, this is kind of the thing I wanted to talk about before, and people might roast, oh, we can't be messing this up. But you gotta understand like how this event went. FaZe did not want to play terminal hardpoint. They vetoed it every series. It's the same way like our sub base. So I can tell you right now, in our first series versus FaZe, when we picked sub base hardpoint, FaZe thought that was a free win. I mean, why wouldn't you? The team has auto vetoed it every series. Why would they pick it? They probably think they're tweaking. They don't feel like they can beat us. And I don't fault them because it's just how you think. When you see a team play their auto veto in a matchup that you feel like is as tight as it gets, you think they're tweaking. So like right here, we just saw them lose sub base hardpoint to Toronto again. So we're thinking like there's no way they keep playing sub base. They basically just got 100-point club. So when they veto sub base, we're like, yo, we have the chance to pick terminal. We're gonna play bad side terminal, but we have the chance to pick terminal because when they don't play it. So we pick it, and we actually spawned on the better side of the map for the majority of the map. So the bad side thing didn't even matter. This map or this series in general, I just had a really tough series. Definitely wasn't shooting like myself, but also just like was giving myself really bad timings. I just really had off series and really nothing else to say to it except that like this can't not happen. And for me, like I was just so pissed after the series just for myself because like if there's any series, I mean, I don't ever want to play bad, but like if there's any series to play bad, bro, it cannot be the series you're out the tournament in. It cannot be an elimination series, especially on a Sunday. Like why am I playing so bad? But yeah, I felt terrible because it just was a serious out. And like it's not solely, it's like stats don't always tell the story, and it's not just solely like me having a bad series because we can still win when I'm having a bad series. We did not play like, I think stats wise we're like a top 2, top 3 break percentage and hold percentage team, and this day we did not hold a hill. And I feel like if we could do that, we would actually won this series 3-1. That's just basically how I see it, and I'm just super confident going forward because we're not gonna have a series like this all the time where we're not hold the hill, not doing that, but we cannot do it versus a good team. So overall, I mean, I put this series on my shoulders. I feel like I just had a terrible series, and I feel like I could have like lifted the momentum a little bit and played a little better, and maybe helped us win a lot of these moments that we were in, like not, I guess, good spots, like bail us out a little bit with like a 2-piece or something like that. Definitely not something you want to like play off of and like work on, but like I'm the type of player that can do it, and I'm just having a bad series. We're not holding the hill, and I'm just not shooting well. So overall, just terrible series out of me. We obviously went back and talked about this series because we obviously made some mistakes as a team, and we just cannot allow them to happen. But also too, just feel like for the weekend we played so good hard. Like we played some like top notch, like perfect hard point. And this just did not look like us. It didn't look like us at all. We just couldn't hold a hill. We were losing hills that we guaranteed won all the time. So it just felt like, I don't know, we were just having a really bad like match series. I don't know what it was, but just terrible. Simple, terrible. No way else to put it. Terrible. Cannot happen. It's terrible. Lose to them. FaZe plays Toronto Ultra in grand finals, and Toronto, they just looked godlike. I mean, us as a team, we kind of knew this going into it. Like Toronto was definitely like top notch. Like they were on a different level, and it looked like their teamwork was just always on point. So congrats Toronto, GG's to them. We actually get to play them in our next stage coming up, so that's gonna be a fun one. And yeah, that's pretty much gonna do it for the video. I feel like I did a lot of talking. I don't even know how long this video is, but it's probably long as hell. But yeah, GG's to Toronto, congrats to them. I hope this video was kind of like a lot more insight going into our next stage and how we're feeling. I feel like if you're an Optic Texas fan, we're in a really good spot right now. I mean, definitely not where we want to be. We want to be the best team, but I feel like we have something to build off of, bro. Like we're a fantastic respawn team. We just had to be better in S&D, and that's just off the basis of me and our strategies in general. So I feel like going forward, that's kind of our homework, I guess. So figure out the new maps or the new hills, which I think we'll do really well. I mean, respawns is definitely not our issue. It's just S&D. And I feel like we can just stay consistent at respawns and also focus on S&D, because sometimes when you focus on one game mode more than the others, you kind of drop off. But I feel like I've never allowed that to happen, so it won't happen. And going forward, like I said, if you're a fan, I feel like you definitely should be feeling good, because we're feeling good as a team. We're feeling confident. Team morale's at its highest. Love playing with these boys, and like I said, once again, we've been good at fixing our issues. So looking forward to stage 2. But that'll be it. Thank you guys for watching. This was a long one. But yeah, I like doing this listening thing, and I like talking about COD, as you can tell. Like, even when I'm stuffy, if you're not feeling the best, like, I can just yap about COD. So thank you guys for watching again, and make sure you comment what you think some upcoming content should be, and how you enjoyed this video, and what I could do better. And make sure you subscribe and drop a like. Peace.